Alright, so I thought that was going to be more helpful than it was. Kind of wanted to see where Eddie's hands were on the neck, but that didn't work out. So I did a clip of it so you can see basically how to play it and where things are. And I did some isolated clips with tabs so you can see. This video is mainly going to be about the legato section of this, but I did the parts in front of it as well. According to the tab, and from what I'm hearing, the legato part starts on that B flat note, the 3rd fret of the G. It's typically taught in this pattern, which would start on the 5th fret of the G. It's typically taught like that, which that's the pattern that comes after where it starts on the 3rd fret. So I'll show you that right now. So like that, and then coming off of that where it lands, it ends on the 5th fret. You do a hammer on from nowhere on the 7th fret of the D, and then you go back and you start on the 3rd fret going the same way that you did on the G. It's kind of confusing. I hope I can do it right. Let me try it. That was pretty much it right there. Again, I mean, I would take a look at the tab that I showed. It's a little confusing where that 3rd fret, that B flat note, it starts at the end. It starts at the end of the measure before. So again, this is the first one, and then the pattern of 3 after is this. And then it's different when you go down to the D, where you're starting here. At least that's the way that I'm hearing it. Let's try that again, just real quick. Just a couple things to mention real quick before we get going here. First thing, yeah, tune the E flat. Second thing, that chord that's being hit. I usually don't play the Hendrix chord. From what I know, it's supposed to be the Hendrix chord. There's that major 3rd interval in there. That's one thing that the tab does have wrong. The official tab was that chord that I'm playing in there. That's usually how I would play it. There's a lot of speculation on how a lot of this stuff is played, as always, with Van Halen. I think the majority of that tab is correct, I believe it to be. I mean, I've played it along to the record, and I'm not really hearing any dissonance or any clash or accident, harmonizing by accident or any of that kind of stuff. Like hitting a 4th or a 5th or something like that, where it doesn't really sound wrong, but it's not supposed. You're not in unison with the record. I've never really come across anything like that, so. I think it's pretty accurate. And again, with that legato section towards the end, get that palm anchored pretty good there near the bridge to get it to sound like he did. If you're too far up near the pickup, you're going to get like harmonics and all this other stuff, which is another effect that he used to do. But yeah, you want it to sound thick and percussive in that spot. So that's really about it. I was going to make this video, I guess, about a month ago. It was just going to be about the legato section, the fast section in the intro, because I think anybody that's going to watch this, anybody who's been playing guitar for a long time, Van Halen fan, you could basically play all of the stuff in the beginning. The trill, like the Billy Gibbons sounding stuff, the bluesy kind of stuff, the tap, the bent note with the tap. The stuff that's a little fuzzy typically is the faster section. I think the reason why you would see covers of this on YouTube, it's to showcase that section, that fast part. This is almost looked at as kind of like the fifth solo. If you look at like Eruption, Spanish Fly, Mean Street, and Cathedral, this is usually the one I think that comes after that. If you look at, even though there's drums in there and everything, but like an unaccompanied solo from early Van Halen. I was going to do this a while ago. I decided not to because the whole fallout with the Satriani stuff on Stern was happening, and it just felt like the gatekeepers were looking for whoever they could find to pound at the moment, to say you're playing it wrong, you don't sound right, your tone stinks, you're an embarrassment to the Van Halen legacy, and all of this like nonsense that was going on. So I just decided not to. I was like, I'll just do like Metallica, Megadeth stuff for a while. I just don't want to deal with that. But I don't know. I guess it's kind of blown over, I think, at this point. I hope a little bit. So I decided to finish this video and put it up. I started it a while ago, back in like November, October, something like that. And I just shelved it because of all of that was going on. But decided to finish it and go through with it, and hopefully some of the little tidbits in there, help you out, and it was a little informative and entertaining. So again, that's pretty much my story. So thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Later.